the top 10 shooting guards from 1990 to 2000. The shooting guard position has always been one of the most important positions throughout NBA history, since the best shooting guards could dominate the game with their scoring ability and even their defense. A superstar shooting guard is often the difference maker between a very good team and an NBA champion, so every team is looking to stack up on the best scorers in the game. The 1990s were a decade where many great shooting guards were on the NBA stage, and their battles were real NBA classics. So this is the list of the top 10 shooting guards of the 90s. Number 10. Latrell Spreewell. Spreewell may have been a 4-time NBA All-Star with the Golden State Warriors and the New York Knicks, but hardly anyone remembers him for his 18.3 points a game in a 13-year pro career. He's forever the guy who tried to choke his coach to death and had arguably the lamest dismissal ever of a contract offer. The reputation for quality score that Spreewell earned went by the wayside on December 1st, 1997. That was the day that Spreewell attacked coach PJ Carlesimo. Reacting to criticism by the coach of practice, Spreewell choked Carlesimo for several seconds before teammates and staff intervened. He was suspended for the year and then traded to New York. He managed to take the Knicks to the finals in 1999 despite being the 8th seed in the Eastern Conference. Number 9. Eddie Jones. Eddie Jones was one of the most versatile players in the 1990s. He was 6'6" and very athletic. He's the guy who had an in-game dunk jumping nearly from the free throw line. Also, Jones played some hard defense, often guarding the opposing team's best player every night. When Jones got drafted by the Lakers, he had been compared to former Laker player Michael Cooper. He spent his first 5 years with the Lakers and was traded to the Charlotte Hornets because the team wanted to make more space for the young and emerging Kobe Bryant. He made 3 All-Star appearances and led the league in steals in 2000. Number 8. Jeff Hornacek. The sharpshooting guard spent 14 seasons in the NBA, including the final 6.5 years of his career in Utah. The guard retired with averages of 14.5 points, 4.9 assists, and 3.4 rebounds per game during his career with the Jazz, Suns, and Philadelphia 76ers. Hornacek is largely credited with pushing the Jazz over the hump in the Western Conference and helping the team qualify for the NBA Finals in 1997 and in 1998. The combo guard earned All-Star recognition in the 92-93 season in Phoenix when he averaged 20.1 points, 5.1 assists, and 5 rebounds. Hornacek won the 1998 and 2000 NBA three-point shooting contest at All-Star Weekend in a Jazz uniform. Number 7. Ray Allen. Ray Allen had his prime after this decade, but in the 1990s, he showed that he was going to be one of the best. He started his career with the Bucks in 1996, where he spent 7 seasons. Even though most basketball fans recognize Allen as one of the greatest shooters of all time, young Ray was much more than that. He was athletic and made dunks that made the fans jump off their seats. He took Milwaukee to the playoffs in 1999 after 7 years of absence and made a game-winning dunk in the decisive Game 5 against Orlando in the first round. Number 6. Steve Smith. Smith was drafted as the 5th overall pick by the Miami Heat in the 1991 NBA Draft, playing for the team from 91 to 94 and again in 2005. In addition, he also played for the Atlanta Hawks, Portland Trail Blazers, San Antonio Spurs, New Orleans Hornets, and the Charlotte Bobcats. Smith was a member of the 2000 U.S. Olympic team that won a gold medal in Sydney, Australia, and an NBA All-Star in 1998. He was also a member of the Dream Team 2, which won the 1994 World Championship in Toronto. Smith earned the NBA's prestigious J. Walter Kennedy Citizenship Award in 1998. Number 5. Mitch Richmond. Nicknamed The Rock, Mitch Richmond had a great NBA career, winning NBA Rookie of the Year honors as a member of the Warriors in 1995. He had been the 5th overall pick in the 1994 NBA Draft following 2 years at Kansas State. He joined Chris Mullin and Tim Hardaway in Golden State to form the famous Run TMC trio, which led the team to the playoffs. After 3 seasons, Richmond was traded to Sacramento, where he would spend the prime of his playing career. The consistent, reliable shooting guard gave the capital city its first superstar. He was selected as an All-Star in 1995 and went on to secure MVP honors, the first and only time a Kings player has earned the award. In the summer of 1996, Richmond helped guide Team USA to Olympic gold in Atlanta. A young Richmond had previously won bronze with Team USA at the 1988 Seoul Olympics. Number 4. Joe Dumars. One of the top shooting guards of his era, Joe Dumars was a consistent all-around player throughout his 14-year NBA career. He played his entire career with the Detroit Pistons and was a 6-time All-Star, the owner of 2 NBA championship rings, a defensive standout, and a clutch shooter. Dumars quickly earned the reputation of being a defensive stalwart and a serious offensive threat, but it was cemented with his 1989 NBA Finals MVP performance. Dumars was also well respected for his sportsmanship that belied his intensity and toughness, and for being a true leader in the NBA. Number 5. Clyde Drexler. One of the most graceful athletes ever to step onto a basketball court, Clyde the Glide Drexler earned his nickname for his seemingly effortless glides to the basket. Drexler's explosive first step helped him blow by defenders for his patented flights to the front of the rim. His jumping ability and quick feet were complemented by his perimeter game, making Drexler one of the most difficult players of his era to guard. In 12 seasons with Portland, Drexler was an 8-time All-Star and led the Trailblazers to the NBA Finals in 1990 and 1992. After being traded to Houston in 1995, Drexler was reunited with college teammate Hakeem Olajuwon and helped lead the Rockets to the franchise's second NBA championship. Number 2. Reggie Miller. Reggie Miller was one of the supreme shooters of any era, spending his entire 18-year career with the Indiana Pacers. With 2,560 made three-pointers, he ended his career as the NBA's greatest long-range shooter. Miller had a penchant for the spectacular clutch shot in gunslinger fashion that made him a feared and despised opponent. His heroic play down the stretch of games became known as Miller Time. Miller would also lead the Pacers from futility to the finals and many postseason escapades as well. Much of his playoff drama would involve his most intense rival, the New York Knicks, and take place on one of the NBA's biggest stages, Madison Square Garden. So before we go on and see who was the best shooting guard in the NBA in the 1990s, make sure you like the video and comment down below about your favorite part of the video. And also, let us know if you think someone else should have been included on this list. Also, make sure you subscribe to the Top 10 Everythings with the notification bell on. Number 1. Michael Jordan. This guy is the main reason why all of the previously mentioned players didn't have more successful careers. They all played while MJ was in the league, and he was simply unbeatable. Jordan and the Bulls dominated the 1990s, winning 6 NBA championships. Jordan was named Finals MVP each time. He literally changed the game and is the main reason why the NBA went global. 20 years after his retirement, he is still the most influential player and the greatest player of all time. Thank you for watching Top 10 Everythings, and I'll see you next time with another amazing video.